to make this video. Just a second, let me adjust my seat. There you go. This is better. Alright, so I decided to make this video on this side of the office because I think first of all, there's a lot of light, and I need light for this video. So as you know, at nighttime when I record, like, my light is not that good, so I decided to do it in the afternoon, so you guys can see what I have for you. So remember I said that I was gonna go over like all the books that I read last year and this year. So we're gonna go over and we're gonna talk a little bit about what they are, and if I sorry about that and basically if I recommend them or not. Okay, so let's start with the one that we just finished yesterday, which is like Obsessive Love. Remember, this book is very good for anybody that is in a relationship or anybody that is struggling with a breakup and things like that. This book talks about basically obsession with relationships, especially like love relationships, but I feel like it also can be like you can also like put it as like a friendship type of obsession, but it's mostly like loving relationships. So it's very good because first of all, I really feel like even if you think that you're not obsessive, like, or you might think that you're obsessive but you're not, and when you don't think that you're obsessive you are, like, it's so weird. Like, this is why I didn't want to give up a lot of stuff, a lot of the things that that the doctor talks about in this book, because I really would like you to read it and comment on how you like it at the end, because it's not just like the important parts but also like the stories that the doctor gives. I feel like it's very helpful. Like, it helped me a lot because I used to think that I was obsessive or I was obsessed with like people, but no, like it's actually a lot of the times we misunderstand those things, or we confuse those things. So anyway, so this is a good one. I really recommend you to try it. It's very interesting, and it's interesting if you are going through a tough breakup. This is a perfect time to read this, so highly recommend it. The next one is the one that I came back with like after so many months. I talked to you guys about this. The No Love Lost is a novel from Helen Van Slyck or something like that. I forgot. I don't know how to say the last name, but anyway, this book I really liked. First of all, I love novellas, so this novel it was so good for me. Like, it's amazing. Like, I really think that you can enjoy it if you like novels. It's a lot of gossip, not gossip, but like it's a 1950s type novel. So it's betrayal, it's cheating, there's friendship, there's a lot on this book. So I recommend it for everybody that is like a novel lover, or likes a good story. Like, this is a good story. So yeah. This one here, Aristotle Politics, we went over last year around probably January or something like that. No, I think it was like February when we started, and I got to halfway, and I have to say that I don't like it. Okay, I like it, but I feel like the whole book keeps talking about the same thing, and it's kind of boring. So if you're into politics and if you like what's it called, philosophy and all of that, like I think this is your book. But I didn't like it like 100%. Like I wouldn't recommend it. Like I wouldn't tell you, oh, by the way, you need to read Aristotle, because it's not like I'll probably go over the whole thing. Like if I feel bored, I have nothing else, I'll probably go through it. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend it. So yeah. So as a no, the next one is this one. It's called Blink, and this book. Hold on, just a second. The Power of Thinking Without Thinking. Let me see. Let me remember, because you know what? I put some little thingies here to read. Like for example, this one says a man, a woman, and a light switch. The classic model for understanding what it means to lose the ability to mind read is a condition of autism. When someone is autistic, he or she is, in the words of the British psychologist Simon Baron Cohen, mind blind. People with autism find it difficult, if not possible, if not impossible, to do all of the things that I've been describing so far as natural and automatic human process. Oh, okay. So that's right. My husband is autistic, so that's what I highlight that. I highlight this part too, where it says, in order to make somebody laugh, you have to be interesting. And in order to be interesting, you have to do things that are mean. Comedy comes out of anger, and interesting comes out of angry. So, okay. So I'm gonna read this little thing. So sorry about that. In the tipping point, Malcolm Gladwell redefined how we understand the world around us, and in Blink, he revolutionized the way we understand the world within, drawing on cutting-edge neuroscience and psychology to reveal that the difference between good decision making and bad has less to do with how much information we process than with our ability to focus on few particular details. Gladwell shows how we all can become better decision makers in our homes, in our offices, and in our everyday life. So I'm gonna read you another part, because I think this book is very good. It says The Power of the Cleanse of Thin Slicing. Oh my god, this is so good. It's not an exotic gift. It is a central part of what it means to be human. We thin slice whenever we meet a new person, or have to make sense of something quickly, or encounter a novel situation. We thin slice because we have to, and we come to rely on that ability, because there are lots of hidden fuzz out there, lots of situations where careful attention to the details of a very thin slice, even for no more than a second or two, can tell us a lot. So I remember, so basically this book is about, like, for example, I have a thing like, when you're a child, it depends on, like, if your childhood was a little bit disrupted and you had like a very disruptive family where like there's a lot of screaming and a lot of like, or alcoholic, I don't know, drugs, and the house is just a mess. As children, as a child, you learn how to recognize little things, like you learn how to see little details or little movements in people, then you know that that's danger. So this book helps you understand all of those things, and thin slicing is one of the things that they talk about, and that I actually felt like I was seeing. Like this book is very, very good. Let me read this. What people say about themselves can also be very confusing, for the simple reason that most of us are very objective about ourselves. So this book is just amazing. I swear. Like I wish I would have just do a one discovery for this book, because yeah, it's so much to talk about that I cannot go through the whole thing in this video, but I highly recommend. So if you want me to do a whole like a whole how do you say it, like what's it called, I forgot the word, like a whole review, or like a whole like going back and just basically like talk about it, like with the other books, just let me know in the comments and then we can do that. So I'm just here getting nervous, I guess, because I'm feeling stuff. So yeah, Malcolm Gladwell book, highly recommend. I also read the Outliers, I think it's from, yeah, it was so good too. So anyway, this one, The Richest Man in Babylon. This one is very short, but it's so good. Like it made me want to go to where is it, in Iraq, I think. Babylon, yeah, I think so. But anyway, it made me want to go there and see it, even though there's nothing that long, or almost nothing. But this is fiction, it's not a real thing. It's just a little story that someone wrote, George Clason, obviously, sorry about that. So it's just very, I don't know if my mind goes like fantasies or whatever, but I can just picture everything from this book, and it was so interesting. It made me change my mind about money and about how I spend my money. So yeah, if you want to save money and if you can't, I highly recommend you to read this. It's just a story, but it's very well thought. The next one is this one that is gonna kill you when you read it, because I actually know, you need to read this book. You need to read this book. This book changed my entire life from last year to now, and obviously it keeps changing my life, because thanks to this book, it's like it opened a new like horizon for me. Like as you see, I have a lot of little tabs, because I just thought everything was super interesting. So it's Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, and so hi, so much to talk about, so much, just like Blink. But seriously, it's just basically showed me how the ego is stronger than people sometimes, and no matter who you are, like we all have ego, and it showed me that if you think that you don't have any ego, let me tell you, you're wrong. Because we all have egos, and sometimes it takes over us, and sometimes it makes us do the wrong thing. That means like not being true to ourselves. And it stops us from doing what we're supposed to do because of it. It's super interesting, and I could go, like, I can tell you about this book in a whole new like thing. Like, I can also go ahead and talk to you about this book only if you want and if you're interested. So let me know. This is like you must do, you know. The Enchantment, we went over this. Very interesting. It talks about the tribes, it talks about the psychedelics, it talks about so many things, so many like it's just another if you don't do, it's not about drugs, it's just about see there's so much more than what we think, and talks about old civilizations like native civilizations, right? Like Native Americans, like Aztecs, like Mayas, like all of those types, and it's very interesting. I recommend it, yes, if you're into those things, but if you're not, so you probably won't like it. It has a lot of good things, and it can show you a new thing, a new world. So yes, I do recommend it. I was thinking that I missed, oh, I forgot one book, but no, I didn't. And my obsession is this one. So the Book of Wisdom. I just love this book. This book is it's something that I love because I believe that there is more than this. So I saw this one on YouTube. There is this guy, I don't know if you guys see him before, but he talks to you about every single like conspiracy and just everything in life, like what life it is about. And I just think that everybody should read it. It's very interesting. I swear, to me this is like going on a trip. So if you're into believing that there's something more than this world, this is your book. Like highly highly recommended and 100% recommended. So my husband, I wanted this book because I saw it on YouTube, and I follow this guy. Like, he'll go through each page and explain to you exactly what's written here. So you can watch his channel. I totally forgot what it is, but you can look it up by the Book of Wisdom and you'll probably find him. His name is Harry V. Joseph, and yeah, like, you can do that or buy his book. My husband bought it for me for my birthday because I really wanted it, and he also got me this book that I'm reading at the moment. It's the Book of Wisdom, Volume 2. It's pretty much the same, but this one is more like there's more explanation in here. Like, if you see, there's so much more like writing. So yeah, it's basically the same thing. I'm only on page 42, and it's like 300 pages, I think. No, it's like 200 pages, I'll tell you. So one second. It's like 206 pages actually. Okay, 205 pages, that's all. And yeah, I'm literally nothing. Like, I've been rereading this for you guys, so that's why. But yeah, so I'm in on this right now, and I mean, if I recommend you one, I recommend you this one, because the volume 1, because it's basically the same. The volume 2 is basically the same thing, but it's like deeper, like more explanation. But if you already know a lot about this, what it says here, you don't need this. Like, I mean, I'm reading it, and it's not helping that much because I know a lot of these things already, so I'm just basically confirming what I know. But yeah, very good. I really like both of them. Like, they're very good books. Um, and that's it. Um, those are all the books I read last year and the part of this year. I'm excited to start, and I'm just gonna choose one of the books that I have in my shelf and see which one is next, and then we talk about it in the next video. Thank you so much for if you stay until this point of the video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe and to comment. Let me know if you want me to do a single video for those two books that I told you, Blink or Ego is the Enemy. So thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye bye.